Did you know that tennis is not just a sport, but is a powerful tool for a positive change within our communities? Today, let's explore the National Tennis Foundation and how it is serving up a brighter future for our communities. Today, my purpose is to persuade you to volunteer and put your time into the National Tennis Foundation. I am credible to speak about this as I have viewed volunteering with the National Tennis Foundation has done and done extensive research and studies on the National Tennis Foundation. First, I will address the needs of the National Tennis Foundation. Next, I will propose a solution to tackle these needs efficiently. And lastly, I will highlight the result of taking action with these needs. First, let's discuss the needs of this foundation. Our first need is funding for programs and scholarships. An article by Tennis Magazine includes an interview from the Executive Director of the National Tennis Foundation, Dan Faber. In this interview, Dan Faber talks about how the foundation really relies on donations, that if there's no money coming in, they can't do anything, and how these donations and grants help underprivileged kids and communities. And it also mentions how partnerships with the NTF can help fund this. In another, this time a report by the Aspen Institute Project Play, State of Play of 2019, this report shows how tennis is a very expensive sport. And for low-income families, this can be hard. For tennis, a racket costs anywhere from $150 to $210, and sometimes you have to have one or two to get these because your strings can break. And again, your strings can break. That can cost another $20 to $30 depending on the labor charge in the string. And that's not counting how your town may not have tournaments, and you may have to travel around the world for tournaments, and that costs hotels, and you need bags and balls, practicing, clubs. That could be a lot of money. And this, some people can't afford. While this article mentions that the National Tennis Foundation provides this equipment for the people who can't afford it. To use this funding, though, volunteers are needed to help. The NTF really relies on volunteers to handle this organization, as they have to put in the work by either coaching these kids or handing out the equipment, finding equipment, getting equipment. An article by USTA Southern California talks about the importance of this volunteer support, like I said. This article says the National Tennis Foundation really relies on volunteers as they provide a crucial role in helping underprivileged families and communities with the National Tennis Foundation. These volunteers can use the funding and equipment to help equip communities with the resources needed to play tennis. In a blog post by Tennis Warehouse, they talk about how the National Tennis Foundation's efforts provide equipment across the world for low-income families. The post notes the National Tennis Foundation's efforts for providing equipment like tennis rackets, tennis bags, tennis balls, and other equipment needed to train and play tennis. The NTF does not always provide equipment for playing, and also for educational purposes. The National Tennis Foundation provides books, videos, and other educational resources to help the kids learn about tennis. One more step back. All right. By volunteering with the National Tennis Foundation, you can help achieve their mission of using tennis to provide a physical and mental health booster, as it will improve individuals from low-income communities. This helps them to carry out. Volunteering helps the National Tennis Foundation to execute programs efficiently and effectively, as volunteers can help with coaching, organizing events, fundraising, and spreading awareness about these events. To volunteer, these are 5 simple steps to volunteer. First, you can visit the national website to learn about the program and the individuals in it itself. Then you can contact those individuals and express your interest to learn about how you can volunteer and how volunteering works. Next, you will attend a training session on how to volunteer and how about the foundation's missions, values, and expectations for volunteering. Next, You'll need to sign up for volunteerships or events that align with your interests and schedule. And fifth, after you're all signed up, it just helps by spreading awareness about the foundation to people you know around you, work, family members, and community, to encourage more people to be involved with the National Tennis Foundation. All right. By taking action and volunteering with the National Tennis Foundation, we can expect to see more individuals from low-income families and low-income communities to be playing tennis. Also, we'll see more people empowered through the National Tennis Program, gaining new skills and building confidence to carry over into other areas of their lives once they move on from tennis. Now, if we do not take action, we will see a decrease in tennis playing in communities, as the low-income families will not be able to afford, maybe like they won't have courts or shoes or the right equipment to play. They'll be playing with the bare minimum. If the NTF does not, if the National Tennis Foundation does not have its necessary resources to help carry out the programs efficiently, it could lead to fewer individuals benefiting, as maybe they do have for resources around them, but not around the world. With all the resources and visions that the NTF has, hopefully we can create a better tennis world for the community. Hopefully today I have brought to your attention the importance of the National Tennis Foundation. To tennis players around the world, I also stated how volunteering help meets the needs of tennis players from low-income families. Lastly, I shared if we do not volunteer, how it can hurt the game of tennis. Hopefully, I have persuaded you to volunteer for the National Tennis Foundation. These are ways to contact the National Tennis Foundation. You can email them, visit their website, or call them.